Say what?
YouTube on?
Yep.
Okay.
So we are live for the. Oh my gosh! It took forever to get going.
Yeah.
Ideal Comics Live Jam, and we have 0 viewers because no one knew we were gonna do this tonight.
And everyone's asleep.
Probably. It's cold out
Let's
there.
wake them up. Let's wake them up for this. They need to be awake for this.
It is time. It's time for people to tuck in and call their pillows and blankets and all that jazz.
Call their pills and blankets.
Yeah, you know, whatever.
Are they away?
I don't know.
Are they gone?
So, yeah. So, guys,
Nope.
Guys, are you stoked for our latest happening?
What's that?
That is the fact we got our Indiegogo up, and we have one person who, if I'm not mistaken, is Tank from South Africa.
Yeah.
He's dedicated to picking up our book, provided it gets completed. So very excited. Thank you to Tank. And I'm going to go ahead and actually tag him in this message. So, hang on a second. Speak amongst yourselves.
So, Rico, I saw that you were drawing on your computer tonight. I, too, like to draw at times.
Well, that's where you're wrong, my friend. I am not drawing on my computer. I am just kind of surfing around, looking aimlessly at different things.
I, too, like to sit around and look at aimlessly different things.
Barry, may I ask you a personal question?
Rico, we do not talk personal in this relationship.
Then I will just sit here and be quiet. It was a lovely thought.
It was a lovely thought. I, too, like lovely thoughts, Rico.
You are a hard man to know, Barry.
I've been told I'm quite a hard man, Rico.
Wow.
Well, don't get hard with me now.
Wow.
You can't tell me what to do, Rico.
I just did, Barry.
I can't control my heart, Rico.
Well, that is true, Barry. But
Shouldn't your brainstem be doing that?
at the risk of, at the risk of imposing
Bad
myself,
jokes.
That is what I do.
At the risk of imposing myself, Barry, the personal question I
Why
was going to
stop
ask you-
now?
The personal question I was going to ask
What's
you,
that?
do you ever get that unfresh feeling?
You know, Rico, only when... No, Rico, not at all.
No. Oh, good. Neither do I.
Yeah. I was just checking, Rico.
Hold on.
Private's how we coming over there.
Well, we're
Rico,
we
help
are
Private
live,
Stats.
And
Yes!
it's got a great face. Sitting there, so
Face.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
always a good start, Private.
It's amazing.
It is.
So,
How are you guys back here?
We're
We are
grand.
Sexy. And just
Apparently, we're more than
I
that.
think actually,
Wait, what?
you need more coffee in
Coffee, okay.
1 moment.
Okay. How was your,
I have one question.
yes.
Should I
Looks like
commit?
coffee wrong.
Should I commit to transformation?
Tough one.
That is.
You know, what
I don't know
What the
program.
heck?
Okay. And just coffee, right?
Yes, please.
That's coffee.
So, okay. What am I thinking? I don't even know.
I don't know, Private.
What was the question? Should you commit to transformation?
It was.
It's an answer.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Okay, where are we doing here? Oh, I was sharing. I wasn't sharing. I should be sharing. I am working on the arts.
He is. After a hard day of teaching.
I did treat
Tell us a little bit about your
my teaching.
teaching adventures today.
So, me and Private went to
Wow.
Africa
That's not true at
to
all.
teach
In our little town of Scottsdale,
the little-
there's an art center.
the little
There's a
children
art center
of
they have
Africa.
classes. Today's class
Bring
is
them
teaching
knowledge.
kids about comic books
the knowledge of comic books.
and the making of them.
I heard it was a great success.
Oh, we had a few students. And
You know, we had a few students. They were misbehaving, and Reese had to get out the bullwhip. You know,
real.
he put on this hat at first. I was like, that looks familiar.
I
And then some music kicked on, and like, dun, 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 I was like,
Crack that
"Get him,
shit.
Indy, get him!" And, yeah. Okay, sorry.
Where's my, I always wanted a Devo hat.
Are we?
Yeah, I did. Oh, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. Do it again. Do it again.
I am not participating in it. You took my Indiana Jones reference and you twisted it and you twisted it. That's what you
Do my
get.
rhythm
you old
section.
man.
I'll be the whip. Do it.
This is what I deal with daily.
Oh my gosh. Ow.
Is it hurting?
Yes.
Good.
I know, it's worth it.
I know it's hurting.
Yes.
Yes, it
It's
is.
usually Reese that
Right.
plays the straight man to our antics.
It is.
This time
It
around,
is.
very,
It's very
I like little Devo.
very, yeah. I do too.
I'm not gonna say
Well, I
it's
like
pleasure.
what
This stuff's
what
pretty good.
the crowd, what the fans are missing, all 0 of them, or one of them if one was
Yeah.
just tuned in, that Reese has his name tag on him. That's
Yes.
been on him all day
Now
long.
we
Yeah.
know who he is.
We
Yeah.
know.
Very true.
But I am down with the devolution. I am.
What's that?
The devolution.
What's that?
The Devo
What's
revolution.
that?
Are we men?
I can't get no satisfaction.
Yeah, it's a good song. I like that song too. I was jamming. I was like, yeah, I was good. Get that satisfaction, Private. Or Rico, sorry. Rico is Rico.
Did you know?
Reese is Private.
I believe, what was it Mark Mothersbaugh? One of the Devo men was actually he did the soundtrack to the Rugrats.
No.
Yeah, I believe it.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. I mean, Rugrats is like 30 plus years old now.
Yeah.
Or something like that. I don't know. It's like 20
Yeah,
plus
it's
years.
hard to believe. These Rugrats are actually, they have Rugrats of their own. Good thing.
Probably past that.
Probably past that point.
Yeah, they're probably grandkids.
Well, not that far. Because the Rugrats were out when we were like late teens, early 20s.
Mhm.
So they've been little. So like my kids, I had kids pretty young, right? My kids are just getting like out of high school, just barely. Like they're not even out yet. Like, that's coming up. So like the Rugrats kids are like early, like
Like
tweens.
Yeah. Yeah, I started having kids when I was 28.
I was 25.
25.
No, that was when Tolly was born. I was 25. When Donovan was born, I was only 20. What's like?
Wow.
I may have been 23. Yeah, we had kid day 3 into the marriage. The kid show. I mean, he was in utero.
This is getting so more complicated than it has to
We
be.
didn't make it very far without
No.
kids.
Oh, I see.
Nope.
I see. See, I was.
So like it was less than 9 months because he was early. So
See, we
2 weeks early.
No,
It was.
we
It
dated.
was thanks.
We dated 3 years before we got married. We were married 5 years before we had our first kid.
Wow. It's not bad.
Hard to believe. No. 'Cause I was 28 when Amelia was born, and I was 29 when Maya was born.
Yeah, I was done having kids at 25.
Like 25, yeah. But we weren't too crazy about the prospect of having any more. Had our hands full.
Wow, my program is being a piece of crap.
Barry, just waiting on the right one.
Yeah, it's usually what you want to do before you get kids, but yeah.
Okay. Oh boy.
With adoption being like $5,000 or whatever like that,
Is it really?
it's ridiculously, insanely.
it's-
It's just
yeah.
stupid.
Well, like the
Here's an abortion for $59.99, and here's your.
I know.
That's what it
it's
is.
less expensive if you are fostering. Like the process is less
Yeah.
expensive if you're fostering because some of those fees are paid
Yeah.
by the state. But like adoption agencies have to be so heavily regulated, or they are
Fees.
so heavily regulated that that's a big cost of going to an adoption agency. So if you have a person to person. Like if you know a single mother or a single father who's giving up parental rights, it's just court fees. But if you're going through an agency, it's upwards of $5,000. It's crazy. But yeah, or if you're fostering, or if you're adopting from somebody who's giving up their rights directly, then it's
That was just the trade friend that you probably saw one ticket, right?
yes.
Is that right?
I can take the coffees.
Can we split it?
Yeah, if you want to.
All of it.
All right.
Stupid. Yeah.
Okay. All right, I'll be back.
Sounds good.
Thanks, Chris.
Yeah.
I wonder what Tom Brady's doing today.
Sleeping,
They were at Disneyland last
Eating
night.
up.
So.
eating cheese fries.
He's really fat.
Is he finally retiring after this?
I don't think so.
He said before this game, like win or lose, like he was going to retire, but
Really?
he's bullshit. Yeah.
But he's done that before, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Well, like they are now tied with the Steelers for the most Super Bowl championships. Because the Packers have the most overall championships. That's before the NFL merger.
Yeah.
And so that's encompassing. So if he has one more championship, they have the most. And I think he has the most of any one player.
Yeah.
Like Charles Haley had 5, I think.
Yeah, he had like what? Like 3 with the 49ers,
Yep.
2 with the Cowboys or something.
Yep.
Like that. An insane amount. You know. But I will say, for those of you guys watching, for those of you that are football fans, that was the single worst Super Bowl. It might have been the single worst football game I've ever seen in my life. But we're making fun of it. Gronk smash.
Gronk smash. Thank God for Gronk.
Yeah, was the Gronk? Well, we'd be making fun of something else right now.
Indeed we would. Indeed we would, Rico.
Like we'd be busy. I don't know. Making fun of Reese or something.
Yeah, that could happen.
Hey.
Oh my goodness. For instance, we could be making fun of his name tag.
Who's that? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
That guy Reese over there.
Oh, yeah.
Whew, that was close.
So what you working on, Barry?
Right now, trying to get this piece of crap. No, I'm working on I'm starting number 9. Inks on number 9. Inks on number 9, Rico.
Inks on number 9. Private progress report.
Private progress reports.
We've been ratted out here, boys.
You've been right out here, boys.
Well, I guess I'll do some pencil work.
I guess he'll do some pencil work. Very good,
Cute
Rico.
and cuddly, fellas. Cute and cuddly.
Cute and cuddly, fellas.
I should go to this page.
Cute and you horrible. Private?
You know what's happening on this page?
No.
It's not particularly cute. I know what's happening on this page.
He knows what's happening on this page.
Do you?
I do too. It's not terribly cute.
Is it cuddly though?
It's not even cuddly. Let's just say that Greg is
He's
improvising.
He's preparing to do a little bit of violence. That's what
Yes.
he's doing.
Is it cuddly violence though?
No,
No.
This is not cuddly. This is not at all cuddly.
This is
It's been
schoolyard.
deep.
This is grade A, teach about flagpole schoolyard.
This is
tactics.
as cuddly as sandpaper toilet paper. Sandpaper sharpen.
I don't know, Rico.
It's as cuddly as a porcupine bear.
It's cuddly.
Sounds so freaking attractive every time I move around in this freaking movie.
No,
It's the seat. Yes, blame it on the seat.
I like it, Rico. I like it.
Oh, whoa. Someone just blew up
It was me. Just kidding.
some guy named Konstantinos Petrochielos.
Wow.
I think that guy just liked the Ideal Comics page last week.
Did you really?
Yeah, I think so.
I've been getting all kinds of phantom,
Yeah.
friend requests. Not that I mind necessarily, but
Yeah.
my Facebook has become, a series of people that don't really know.
Yeah. That's why I don't.
With friend requests, I pretty much only accept people that I have interacted with, or who I see interact a lot with people that I do interact with.
Right.
I actually, my Facebook is very public, but if I have like you have, you already have your other Facebook, right? You have your business
warehouse
page,
Facebook? Yeah,
warehouse page. If I have, that'd be good enough for me. They can follow me on there. People can follow me and interact with me that way. But as if I don't know you until I do know you, or like Bree said, interact with people I know, I'm not gonna add you.
Well, I'm thinking of doing some serious
Oh boy.
purging.
Oh, okay.
I'm like my
He's like something serious. I'm like, whoa. I don't want to. Let me
Serious
stop
purging
this.
is like, the pie wasn't that bad.
no. Purging of my
Pie was terrific.
It
What type
was
of pie?
It was Montana.
It was
cherry
Montana cherry
Montana
pie.
cherry pie. It's the big sky pie.
The big sky.
You've heard of pie in the sky? Well,
Way up high.
oh,
I have heard of
way
the
up
pie.
high. Montana,
In
home of the mountains.
the mountain sky.
And folks, if you like mountains,
My,
you're
oh
gonna love
my.
Montana. And if you like pie, nothing beats
Montana sky pie.
Montana cherry pie.
Reese couldn't stop saying Montana cherry
That's
pie
not
when
true.
it is too. He was like,
Montana
ah,
pie.
oh man.
Sorry. Whoa. I see Barry. I see friends.
I see Reese eating Montana cherry pie
I
on a
see
fence.
Reese eating Montana cherry pie.
Reese, what's the best of pie?
What's the best what?
Type of pie.
Every time I say that, I feel like Charlton Heston.
I feel like a big bag of leather.
A big bag of leather. Kind of therapeutic watching Barry these pages. Whoa. Take it easy. Yes, the artist, ladies and gentlemen.
You
Wow.
can't control me.
Oh,
Wait, does that spell what I think it smells?
No.
not anymore. It doesn't.
What are we talking about?
Oh,
I don't
you
see
just-
anything
you
out
just
there.
destroyed it. You just, got something good going there.
That was terrifying.
Yes, it was.
Simply terrifying.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, good.
Don't forget the triangle. Oh, sorry. What are you doing?
Duck lips.
Oh my goodness. You are bastardizing.
Well, I'm just
My
gonna,
pencil
I'll,
art.
I'll make sure that we just
This is
take him
horrible.
off the screen.
This is horrible.
This is so good.
Oh my goodness.
Mm.
Hit the expositioner.
Hey, fellas.
It's the transpositioner.
Wow. Wow.
Did you take me off screen, didn't you?
I did. I did indeed.
This is why we can't have nice things, Reese.
I still see him.
Oh yeah, you probably haven't clipped in your screen
Yeah, you have me clipped on your screen.
Oh, I see.
because I'm controlling the stream.
Yeah, this is why we shouldn't have gave private the stream control.
This is why you shouldn't give Barry a pen.
We have to give him a pen. He ain't.
That's true.
He doesn't ink, and there's no
He's
easily done.
the Inkmeister.
Hey, come on, man.
He's the Inkmeister.
I was sorry. He was talking about how therapeutic it was, and I was like, you know what? I'll show you therapy. I'll show you therapy really good. Here's some therapy. Sorry. How's it going, cherry pie?
Montana cherry pie.
Sweet to the cherry tree. My. I'm just glad that I had that moment of rebellion before Reese could stop me.
Oh my God. I just saw, I know you wanted to avoid getting overtly political, but I just saw a hilarious post on Twitter.
Oh God.
It's a picture of the folks from the State of the Union that were all dressed in white. Confused. What's with the white? Is there going to be a wet T-shirt contest at the end of the State of the Union? After all, the president is Donald Trump, so anything.
Anything, yeah.
possible.
Well, I would not be surprised. That's kind of funny.
Oh my goodness, that's hilarious.
That is funny.
I tell you.
No, don't tell us.
No, seriously.
No, don't tell us. No.
It's been 2 years, and there are still some times that I stop and I look at myself, and look at life, and look at the world, and say, is this real life?
Or is this
Is
fantasy?
this just fantasy?
Caught in a lens.
Caught in a landslide.
No escape from reality. I can't get over the fact that Donald Trump
I
is
know.
president. Good or bad, I'm not making a statement about
No,
that,
I
but
know.
just that it exists is so surreal.
Remember when he was doing that one horrible show?
Which one?
That one.
That one.
Okay, I guess not.
That does narrow it down.
Well, how many shows has he had? How many
He's
flipping
had-
TV shows,
Well, I
guys?
guess
How many
he's
TV
had
shows?
One.
Thank you very
I just-
much.
And Celebrity Prince does the same thing. But he's been on dozens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how many has he had?
Been on sitcom.
If you don't count The Simpsons,
He was
right?
on no, I'm not counting Simpsons.
Simpson,
It's just crazy, man. That's all I'm saying.
I know it's crazy, dude. Trust me. No one, you're not gonna get any argument from hardly anybody in the world. Like he,
Some
yeah.
people
Okay,
just
anyway.
spend all their time being mad about it. They can't appreciate the truly
The absurdity
absurdist
of it all.
nature of it all. And that's what I'm talking about. That's just crazy.
You're crazy.
It is.
You're nuts.
Tell you what, I am
What's that?
looking forward payday for an entirely abnormal reason.
Because you get paid.
No. So I can
That
spend
is-
money. There's a stack of alternative books that I have my eye on. I would like to give them money because their comics make me happy.
You can't beat that.
Well, so I think we've covered everything tonight. Talked about the Super Bowl, the Pooper Bowl. Talked about the State of the Union a little bit. Got that covered without getting too offensive. We have not talked about much about our, what is it, guys? Indiegogo?
Indie Comic Go-Go.
Indie Comic Go-Go.
Our Monster Go-Go.
Which, in case you viewers don't know, we have launched an Indiegogo for Expositioner. That Barry is lettering right now.
I am not lettering
he's
it.
Not lettering it. He's thinking. I will be lettering.
I want to lower myself to lettering something.
We're putting the final edits to the dialogue that happens. So.
Lettering is been.
Lettering is beneath an artiste like myself. Well, yeah, no, good diabolical.
And so
Good.
if you go to check out the, I'll probably put the link in the description to our Indiegogo. You can check it out and contribute if you feel like it. If that looks like a book you want to support, we are right now. We're planning on a 24-page part one of a miniseries. That will be a 2-part miniseries. It'll be pretty short. So yeah, there you start.
That is what we're doing.
Featuring our outlaw urban detective, street detective expositioner, as he tries to track down a monster that's been ransacking town and
Some
maybe killing
diabolical
people.
son of a.
Kinds of stuff like that. So, and he's as far as what the character's like, he's sort of a a mashup of Philip Marlowe and the Green Hornet. So
Philip Marlowe, for those who do not know, is what Batman was originally based on. Superman also. And Darkwing Duck.
I don't know.
He's a little more Darkwing Duck
I
than
don't
Superman,
think that's actually true.
but
Philip Marlowe was Raymond Chandler's private eye detective. He was a veteran of the Great War.
and who was Raymond
LA.
Chandler?
He wrote The Big Sleep and other books that I can't think of at this exact moment.
He was some guy that no one knows about, people. Go check him out.
Put money in the
He's one of the
tip jar.
founders of the American tough guy detective genre.
Is she?
Tough guy.
Tough guy.
And Philip Marlowe's shtick as a detective wasn't just that he was a detective, but that he didn't belong to the modern era. He had a sense of chivalry and stoic duty.
Much
Didn't
like
belong in a post-World War I world.
much like ourselves.
Oh yes.
And X is something of that kind of guy as well. So that's part of that. But
He's lived a charmed life.
That's right, Rico. Yeah.
Or has he?
I'd say he has nuts.
Who has a $1 bill?
No one's stripping for you, Rico.
Well, I wasn't about to dance or anything. Who's got a $1 bill for artistic reference?
I might, but I also might have spent it on candy. I did spend it on candy.
Sorry, Rico. I don't carry around $1 bills.
Give it 10.
I throw them. Oh, let me see if I have 20.
That works even better. This will be coming backwards, but it's okay.
It's okay, Rico. Kind of backwards ourselves.
Yay. Oh.
Oh, man. Rico, who's that guy sitting across from us? I can't see his name tag.
That is the one, the only Reese.
I really wish my camera on this laptop was working because that's actually a funny gag.
I make with the funnies.
I mean, a lot of Barry's lines are not that funny, but this one is legitimately funny.
I will remind you all that Reese hates everything.
See you next week. See ya.
Reese hates everything.
All right.
Everything that's good and wholesome in the world. All right.
Was it all in one? One.
One what? One what? One what?
pie.
Yeah. Oh man, it's getting harder and harder. Yeah. Whoa, no.
One pie to defeat them all.
I was there when it happened. 5,000 years ago. I was there when the strength of man failed us all. Calm down, Rod. Calm down. No, destroy it.
Throw it in the fire.
No.
It's mine.
It's
All mine.
blah, blah, blah. Man, we are just about as dastardly evil and diabolical as it gets.
How are you guys on coffee?
We could use.
A little
I
more?
don't know.
Okay, warm it up at least.
Thank you.
Cool. Thank you.
I need a new wallet.
So do I actually. So I have one, but I don't want to switch to it yet because it's not as nice as this one. But this one's like 10 years plus old. That's pretty worn out.
Yeah, this wallet has had it.
Damn it, Betty.
There you go.
Thank you much.
You're
Just
welcome.
just say it right there.
Do you need a final receipt, sir?
No,
Okay. You want to go ahead and wait?
just 1 second. Yeah.
Okay, sorry.
No, it's fine. I'm being real slow today. So.
You know how slow he's been.
Right? I'm not even asking no more about the
I know. He's ruined it.
Lost them.
Yeah.
Oh, wait.
Okay.
No.
It's a risk either way. I'm just,
I know. My pin's not ready.
if you do not stop shaking that table, you'll be getting no more
Thank you. I'll do
Whoa,
it.
Montana cherry.
no more dogs.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Oh, okay.
That's something I haven't heard from Jason Mraz in a long time. Does that dude even make music anymore?
I don't know.
When I first moved here, he was all over the place. I was enjoying his music. I was digging it, kids. I was digging it.
Cute and cuddly.
Cute and cuddly, boys.
Cute.
Cute and cuddly.
We've been ratted out here, boys.
Rico!
Progress report.
Progress reports.
We've been ratted out here.
Every time I think I'm making progress and getting good at coloring, I see somebody, just random person on Instagram. Oh, here's my web page and my random web comic, and it's like amazing, beautiful art coloring. Like the coloring
That
is.
chick who was at the class tonight,
She has
her
amazing
colors
colors.
palette is awesome.
She's damn good at
I
that.
think part of that's the program. I see a lot of people using that program.
Absolutely, absolutely. But she's
I
not.
mean, it's an excellent tool, but her eye.
Yeah.
is-
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like it's not all programmed, right? I want her to keep on doing something because she's like, well, I have kind of like a dead. What's that page? DeviantArt. I'm like, get it going.
By the way, I went into our local comic shop today, game time, and put in an order for some more books. The February solicits are out, so I got some more.
Oh, I get those. Yeah.
Got some more alternative books coming in. There's a new Dick Tracy series coming out from IDW starting in 3 months. I want the rest of that.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Go ahead and put the camera back on me if you want, because I am not drawing boobies
I
anymore.
think I already did put it back on.
Oh, okay.
No, it's Rico right now.
Oh, we can look on Rico if we can see Rico. If we can see Rico, it's okay.
Oh, that was great.
What?
I switched back over to Rico to see you flipping off the camera.
Oh my God, I'm good.
That was awesome.
Timing.
You are welcome, people. You're welcome.
So they could see me do my pencil work. Huh?
The pencil work is important. Good.
Yes, it is.
You might say if there was no pencil work, we wouldn't have a comic.
Oh. It's safe to say it would definitely make it difficult.
What would I ink then, Rico? What would I ink? Privates, pencils.
Well,
No, my pencils are very good.
That's so wanted to go there. So good.
private.
You're welcome, audience.
You're definitely on a Madagascar kick right now, aren't you?
Yeah.
That movie so
God, he's so hateful of everything good and wholesome in this
I
world.
like to move it.
It's really not.
Come on.
It's a tragedy that
Come on.
lies. The third act should be Ben Stiller ripping open all the other animals and living
Wow.
out their bodies.
This is true.
Wow.
Because it's all set up to be a tragedy. And then
Wow.
like, all of a sudden the magic of friendship saves them.
Yes.
That's stupid.
The magic
Especially
of
David
friendship.
Schwimmer.
Does
First
everyone
one
does
down.
everyone understand? Does everyone understand what I work with now? Okay, people that might watch this in the future. Reese writes hero fiction, guys. Just
Yeah,
saying,
doesn't
hero.
mean that tragedies are exempt from that. In fact,
No, but the fact that you hate
here's,
it.
here's actually a point of reference to that.
I hate it. It's bad.
Lion King was in fact Hamlet, right?
Yes, we all know this.
But
More or less.
And right, the main difference in the story is that instead of at the point in the story when in Hamlet, where Hamlet decides to give in to his madness, right, and that revenge is more important than justice, and in Shakespeare's Hamlet, Hamlet is just juxtaposed with Fortinbras, the Swedish prince, who had the same thing happen to him, but chose justice instead of vengeance.
Right.
Right. So he's a counterpoint to that. And so Fortinbras comes in the end to show what Hamlet should have done. Right. Through example. In Lion King, at the point when Hamlet has to decide between justice and vengeance, and he chooses vengeance, they switch to Fortinbras' story. So the last part of Lion King is Fortinbras' story, and so it still flows with the narrative points they were hitting. They're just examining the character, the story from a different character's perspective.
Yes, and
Right.
and it's a friggin' kids cartoon.
Yeah, it is, but I mean, it still has all the tragic elements, right, that a good tragedy needs. And so it has the uplift of a Fortinbras story too, but those are still in there, and it still has the emotional pathos, and it doesn't cheat on the ending because it lays different tools on the way. Madagascar is a total cheat. Not as
Okay,
bad
no,
a cheat as Frozen is, but
explain
it's
why you
close.
hate a kids cartoon.
Hey, lots of kids cartoons.
I know.
Some of them because
I'm not saying that makes them exempt from being structurally sound and good. I'm just saying that your hatred for this thing is a little bit crazy, man, because if they cheat on
I
the
expect children.
yeah, no, I know you do. But you know what, we're not throwing them all. This isn't Sparta. I'm sorry, we're gonna spare some.
Fair enough. Well, no, I just like
I know what you're saying, but right now, the world doesn't need to be. Our fans don't need that, right? Private,
there's the story.
reel it back a bit. We got that on camera, right?
No.
God damn you, Reese!
Back to you.
Son of a. If for those who didn't see it, Rico just
Tore his paper up.
tore the shit out of paper and threw it away. I think it was like that's like building. Like Reese is like giving this big old, epic, powerful, gritty thing about how he hates children's stuff and how it has to have a moral compass and point, and the power of it just motivates Rico just to rah!
Yeah.
It just comes to a head and it's just
It
oh.
was a good penalty, wasn't it?
Yeah.
I know. I'm just
Yeah.
completely.
I do that all the time. No, actually, what happened is Reese started pointing out, the Hamlet parallels.
And you were like, "This is Hamlet." You're right.
Like saying, "My heart is shallow."
My art must be better.
I must demand more of myself.
I must suffer more.
I hate my drawings. I hate them.
Don't freak out too much. I mean,
Well, don't be a trimmer us,
our
okay?
story's a little silly. Of course, actually, this is one of the. This juncture's got a lot of stuff going on in it. When we go to print, I'm thinking some of the other gags we were talking about bumping them more for the front of the book and then leaving this for like the middle section.
Here, you can have each one again.
So having
Thanks.
Greg starting it, the Whoopi Burger, and some silly little throwaway stuff, and then leading.
Reese,
into
would you like
this
some whoop?
arc. And then leading this arc, and then coming back on the other side, and then ending with Christmas. I like that idea, but I need to actually, sometime when my phone isn't acting up so much, I actually need to get those ideas off our text message chain.
Uh-huh.
So I'm going to do that right now.
Yeah, you do that right now, Reese.
Actually, first I'm going to pee.
No, you do that.
Nope, it's going to happen.
Okay.
The other thing we need to talk about is putting a video on Indiegogo.
Well, I've been doing a lot of video these days.
Yes, you have.
A lot of video.
Whoa.
Yes, you have, Rico. Yes, you have.
So that's cool. You actually saw some of that.
Yeah, I was like this. Sorry.
Well, it's like
Been so stupid busy, man.
Seinfeld, it's like watching it.
I wasn't, no, not that I was bored. That was the time I got
No,
to,
it was late.
that's the time I got to check it out and stuff. That was my,
Well,
watch.
you usually do something more interesting while talking.
You
about
working
it.
tonight?
Huh?
You don't work?
Tomorrow morning.
Okay. I don't even know. Like, do you work overnight? Because like half the time when I message you at night, you're responding to me. I'm like, why are you responding to me? It's 3 a.m.
Well, it depends. So like on the weekends,
Yeah.
like Saturday night, that's when you. Saturday night I probably responded because I didn't have to work in the morning. I was having a hell of a time falling asleep.
I got you. Yeah, I was like, oh.
Yeah, I have to work in the morning. Like today, I'll probably.
Yeah, man, I'm looking forward to crashing. I got like a 4-hour nap after I came home from work. And I didn't want to nap at all. Man, one of these days I'm going to let us power through this is my Friday technically. I'm just going to power through it. But I wanted to get some sleep because everyone's been sick. And I'm just going to give my body a rest a little bit.
Yeah, I know I'm tired when I'm just not getting the proportions right between like big giant hand and like tiny little $20 bill. That's not going to work.
Yeah, but it's what the hand's closer to you, isn't it?
Yeah, and it just doesn't work.
Didn't
You know
work?
what I mean? It's
Didn't
like
work?
the bill is too small, like way too small. Even if the hand were really super close, and it doesn't matter anyways. Like
You did, but you know what? I think it works because
I thought that part was well drawn, but it's
what works about it is when we're just comics, right?
yeah,
Or an illustration to sometimes go overboard on the distance or proportion of stuff helps relate to the viewer's eye.
Yep.
I'm just saying.
I don't know.
I'm just saying I have full trust in whatever you do. So I mean, whatever you do is
totally up for looking at this number.
It's like I just think that the hand is too big.
I'm just pissed off that we didn't get that on camera. That was awesome.
Yeah, that would have been great.
We're all about the content.
I don't think that the hand's overly cool.
Yeah, I think it's. Sorry, Rico.
Especially since it's
Your
kinda-
frustration. I think you just need to get let out.
Maybe.
Do we need to go break? Do we need to shake some guys down? Things a little rough tonight.
I don't know.
I don't know. He's like, no.
Yeah.
And then he starts thinking about it.
You don't want to check.
Actually, what's that? It's crazy.
I'll just be there. Yeah, get on, Rico. Private, what are you doing?
Private.
Getting ready to check my email.
All right.
Private thinks he's
All right,
Rico
skipper.
now. So
Well, Rico doesn't speak. Does he?
I thought,
No, Rico doesn't speak.
no, he doesn't speak. Well, but he was doing stats
Rico.
report.
And
And what's their guy's name?
like Winowski or something.
Wazowski.
or something.
Yeah.
Kowalski.
Kowalski, there we are.
Kowalski. Yeah.
It's true.
Because Mike Wazowski is the guy
Yeah,
from
he's the guy from
Monsters
Monsters,
Inc.
Inc.
Yeah.
Mike Wazowski.
Mike Wazowski. God damn it.
I love that they used Billy Crystal for that little part.
What's that?
Billy Crystal.
Oh, is he
guy,
doing
yeah.
the old lady?
Crystal and John Goodman.
Oh no, yeah. Those dudes, yeah. No, I love both. I love John Goodman to death, man. I could take a lot more shows with John Goodman in.
John Goodman's awesome.
Voice shows, whatever he wants, whatever. Put more John Goodman in the world.
You know, I've been half tempted to do. I saw on eBay this listing for rather cheap. You know, like all these back issues of Mad Magazine from like the 80s and 90s. I've been tempted
To go ahead and
just to tap into my childhood and read some of those.
I can understand that urge.
Also, seriously considering just going to Indie Comic Conspiracy and just posting, all right, $15 to burn. You know, I'm gonna buy 3 $5 comics. You know, this week. Sell me and then just see what happens.
That's what. Yeah,
That's a good idea.
I only, and it's like not something I'm really proud of, but these days I don't buy. I'm not going to buy from Marvel and DC with a lot of change, especially Marvel. DC, there's some books I probably would buy, but
I just bought, and I was.
well, yeah, it's because you're a sellout.
I bought the new Invaders today. I haven't checked it out yet, so we'll see if I like that or not.
Yeah.
Being a huge Invaders fan, bar is pretty high for me on that one. But I'm willing to risk it because. I like
Well,
Invaders.
selling out. That's
And
good.
like somebody was, I heard one of the, I can't remember what it was, but some commentators online was talking about it being a really solid Invaders issue. Okay. And it's got apparently the stories told in two eras, in the modern era and World War
Ooh,
II. It's like a
that's
bookend
kind of
story.
cool.
And I was like, get ready to get my money, Marvel. And,
Wow, you are such disgusting.
I know I'm dirty. But the other one was the Young Justice, Brian Michael Bendis' Young Justice #1, and I loved Young Justice back in the day. And I've never liked anything I've read from Brian Michael Bendis. There's some stuff I didn't actively hate, but nothing I wasn't mildly disappointed with.
Right.
But man, I really enjoyed the first issue. Really,
It's good.
really enjoyed the first issue. And I'm not sure if it's just like
Well, comic like
nostalgia.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say a
because-
comic like Young Justice, which is complete nostalgia for us. If it's written good, that'd be something else. That'd be awesome.
I asked my kid Donovan, who's not read any of the Young Justice stuff, because my comics have been buried until like this winter. I finally unburied them enough to get at them. So there's a bunch of stuff my kids haven't read. And that's like any of that stuff. So he doesn't have any context. So I want you to read this and tell me if you think this is good without knowing all of them and having all of them. Okay, so we'll see if he gets that tonight.
Well, Emilio started. He bought a graphic novel over in
So he's saying he bought
The
The Watchmen.
The Watchmen. Right?
That's a very adult. So I hope you're okay with that. Yeah,
I didn't know that.
it's very adult.
Well, it's
Well, he went.
It's
he
not
went,
as.
He went to Denver with his mom.
Yeah.
So
It's more adult than comics from that era. It's like it has nudity, it has
it has
strong
nudity
strong
and,
violence in it,
and like sexual themes,
sexual
are
things.
in it.
Yeah, so it's
And there's like one rape.
Yep.
But it's not on screen.
Nope.
It's implied.
but yeah,
but still, I mean,
yeah. So I just want to let you know, yeah, it's
see Emilio. I mean, Emilio having autism.
Mhm.
He's not a kid that like they'll watch like a violent movie or something like that, and it gets stored in their subconscious, and it may or may not affect them.
right. Well, that's saying that's any
Emilio
child,
kind of
but extra.
internalizes everything.
Mm.
Unfortunately, and every feeling he has about something is amplified.
Right, and it's very. It seems
Right.
like it's very. It's on the cusp of his sleeve. It seems a little more. He's gonna.
It's like he was talking the other day about Donovan,
Yeah.
and Donovan's be kind of cryptic and stuff, and when he's in the middle of something, he's a little terse.
Well, I
Don't know where he gets
I
that
read
from.
I read that he was busy.
Oh yeah,
Is what I read.
Oh, yeah, he was. He had his mind on a thing, and there's a drawing project he's going to work on, and he hadn't spent any of his personal time on it. So when he was there at the thing, that's what
Not
he
a
was
big
doing.
Donovan was like, doing
Right.
like that. But you see, Emilio he'll take that and then it just amplifies.
Mhm.
Well, and and like I felt like when we
And
talked
kids
about
do
it
that
on
also.
Sunday, and I explained the thing. He was like, "That makes sense," and he seemed like totally at peace with everything.
No,
That
he's-
was like, so
Emilio's a really easygoing kid for like the most part. He just has his moments to where people don't,
which is pretty typical,
for
Spectrum
somebody
stuff.
on the spectrum.
That's one of the
I
most,
get him because
well, that's one of the most
Yeah.
interesting things working in the mental health field is the difference between regular mental health conditions and the spectrum conditions. There's crossovers in behaviors, but like the disconnect between the internal world and the external world that is typical of spectrum is it's very distinct. And so but because there's a lot of co-occurring between that and your mental health stuff, dealt with a lot of that at work. And so it's just very, I mean, so I can just say I spot it, and I'm not trying to be dismissive at all about that. That's just very typical.
Oh yeah, I've worked with a lot of autistic kids.
And I think, you know, and
myself.
one of the things I think is great about Emilio too is I think he kind of understands that that's the case. So when he's like we talked about it, when he's corrected, he's just like, oh, okay.
He's not
That's
in the
his
dark.
nature. He's
Yeah,
pretty
yeah.
light going
You know.
kid.
And
Yeah,
he'll
but I mean,
like
that level of awareness that he has about it, like in terms of at least what he appears to apply to that, like really easily.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like it's really cool. It's really cool.
Well, he's like,
I think we've done a really good job of helping him learn the tools to cope with some of that stuff.
oh, thank you, because we've been as nurturing as possible for like it, but without enabling him.
Right.
I don't like
Yeah.
It's
that.
a fine balance right there.
Because like
Oh, it
Emilio
really
will
is.
sometimes
It really
sadly
is.
walk up to me, am I dumber than other kids? And I said, well, no,
Mhm.
because I mean, you
Right.
just like anybody else, you just process information differently.
Yep.
You know, it's
And
like
there's-
you've proven that here you are, you're taking an Algebra 1 course, and you're flying through it, and
Good.
I mean, it's like you have good grades. I think he has like a B average in all of his classes, and it's like, you're doing great. You just process things a little different.
That's one of those things that's so remarkable too. I think it speaks to, first of all, your ability to explain, your ability to help him understand, but also his own capacity for understanding. Is that he tangibly grasps the difference in his perception to the reactions he's getting, and like those aren't the same.
Yeah.
And like that's something that is such an important tool and a skill to have. It really is a skill to have because like none of our for everybody, like none of our internal worlds completely match our perceptions.
Right.
That's not the same for, but it's notably different for those in the spectrum, depending on how severe their impairment is. So for him being able to say and being able to compare those things and to say, okay, do I need to change my behavior or are they out of line? And being able to really meter that, that's a very useful skill.
And he's come a long way. He really has. And it's like what I notice is that Emilio is what we, like I said, we don't try to enable him.
Right.
Like, say for instance, he wants to like watch, like say Silence of the Lambs, for instance.
Mm-hmm.
Like 15 years old, right? He's in high school. When I was a 15-year-old, my parents would say, if you really want to watch it, we'll watch it with you or whatever.
Mhm.
Like they weren't worried about how necessarily it might affect because they could talk to me about it later. But Emilio, he'll police his own interests a lot of times. He'll like, well, what do you think? Do you think I should watch something like this? And I'll tell him that I don't think it's a good idea because you tend to really, absorb a movie like that.
Mhm.
And it's really intense. I would really prefer if you were 18. Whatever you watch.
Well, I didn't watch it until I was older. I mean, and I just because
Do you?
not the same set of situations, but just something that's like not something I wanted to mess with. So
Yeah.
Because of that, do you tend or do you believe that you seek to have him more engaged, more actively as much as you can? Because children, kids like that. I've noticed, just from life. Because I don't deal with autism kids, but I know from kids, especially ones that are sweet and innocent, the more you can expose them, and you're there, a good reliable source and guiding hand is there for them to bounce things off of. The more exposure, that way that if they are overwhelmed with something or overcome with something, they can reference it back to you.
Right.
Because because you don't want them to be naive going into the thing like that. You don't want them to watch it when he's 18 and just have completely like a 15-year-old's naivety towards something.
Yeah. We don't want them completely sheltered.
Right. Yeah, and I know that. Yeah, that's but
But yeah, we don't want them completely sheltered. But at the same time, for his own good, I think. They're like horror movies, for instance. There is a moment where there's like a brief 6-month period where he really wanted to watch horror movies.
Mhm.
He was like really into it. you know, but the thing is, you know, we let him watch like a mild horror movie that wasn't too bloody or violent or anything like that. And then he'd spend like the next 4 or 5 days completely depressed. You know what I mean? So, I mean, it's like we kind of filter some of those things because it's healthier for him
Right.
not to watch it.
Do
all,
you
know?
do you say, you know, does he understand that that's part of his?
Oh, yeah.
You know, that's what I figured.
Yeah.
So Reese is saying that his
He
understanding of
gets
his process, that he knows he has to be careful of that.
Well, and that's one of those things. It's a great.
That's a really good
experiential thing too. Is going through it. It's like, okay, well, this is this, and this is this, and this is right. If this affected me in this way, then do I want to change this behavior?
The more he
I don't
understands
like
it.
that outcome.
Yeah.
That's something like that's a hard thing for all the youth.
Yeah.
To figure out.
To accept,
And he,
just
yeah,
to terms with it.
Yeah.
and it's like, and I tried to, like, I had a conversation with him the other day, like, where he was, you know, because like everybody has had, you know, have that like, oh, I could just kill that guy. You know, everyone's had
everyone,
like, those moments. You know, but when Emilio has those moments, you know, it disturbs him deeply. You know, like even though it's just like, you know, sometimes I feel like I could just really punch that guy. You know, it's like, am I a violent person? You know, I mean, you know, it troubles him. You know, I said, well, Emilio, it doesn't bother me because you have something called impulse control. You know, like everybody has those thoughts where, oh, I just want to punch this dude. You know, but you have impulse control. You don't go from thought to action immediately.
Yep.
Which is what, you know, I would be really concerned about.
Yep.
You know? And
that's one of the things too that is so. I mean, the fact that he internalizes that stuff, that thinks it through before committing, not just actions but also to emotional positions. Like, you know, he came to me and said, "I perceived X. Is that true?"
Yeah.
You know,
well,
that's
the cool thing about
deal.
Emilio is that he's pretty direct, and
Yes.
he'll want to, you know, he'll want to know what you think. You know, he'll want you to, you know, if you can explain to him. Like,
Yeah, he'll want the
because
reference
he doesn't
of it.
understand, but
Right.
he wants to understand.
Exactly.
You know, and so
He's
that's
very,
why
he's very direct. and
that's why I felt blessed. You know, when we first started coming to the Draw Together, you know, things, because they do really well with it. You know, they interact with them really well. And they take all
That's
of
good.
his quirkiness.
Yep.
I thought, you know, this is just a perfect group of kids to have them around. You know,
Mhm.
and they do get kind of nutty. They do.
Oh yeah, as kids do. I mean, it's gonna happen. Kids, I'm like, not to say kids are people with kids, but kids, you know, they're learning and growing the same way he is. You know, and everyone, like you said, everyone's different. They all have their quirks virtually. Some kids are adjusted differently in, you know, one direction. You know, some kid and everyone, you know, we all know this. Kids learn from their parents.
Yeah.
You know, and like in you being a sharp, enriched guy with great culture, you know, you are into a lot of things. You are active. That is great for
Well,
Emilio.
I try to include him.
That's what I'm saying. That's what, yeah, he's there with you. And for him to learn off of that, because you are doing all these things, he's learning from that also. It really helps him stay up to speed, you know, more or less. A lot of kids, like, just a lot of kids, they need that. They need more interaction. Kids don't need less interaction. Parents, like, you know, here's a video game. The kids don't need that. They need interaction and growth
Well, I
and
know.
dynamics,
One
enrichment.
of the things that kids also need, right, is they've got to have that interaction, but it also needs to be a lot out their direction. That's
Their what?
At their direction, because that's
Engagement, yeah.
yeah. So it's not just engagement. Like, I'm going to do this thing with you, pal. Yeah, as a parent, you also be like, let's go do this thing. Okay, I'm going to not talk to you for the next 2 hours.
Well, no, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah,
have
you have that.
free-form
They
interaction.
have like Emilio has Rico come back and referencing off of, you know,
Yeah,
to
I
bounce
think
it off the
I think
sounding
it's-
board, a
Well,
guiding hand.
Well, if you
Parents.
guys know this, you guys noticed when we were first doing it. You know, I sat with those. You know, I sat with.
You
the
said,
kids,
yeah, I sat over there.
You know, just to because, you know,
We'll just see what happens and
well, just to see what happens, but also I just wanted to
be right there.
to check Emilio, because sometimes he has a tendency to. Because one of the things that we work on is, because Emilio came up to me and kind of sadly said, you know, Dad, how do you make friends? You
Right.
seem to make friends really easily. And I said, well, you know, son, if there's something you might want to work on, it's your tact. You know, sometimes you have a tendency just to say what's on your mind.
Yep.
You know, and sometimes it can rub people the wrong way. You know, and so that's kind of what I was doing, like maybe like the first 2 or 3 sessions,
Mhm.
I would,
Yeah,
I
I
would
remember
sit
that.
with the kids. After a while, I'm just like, oh,
Yeah.
just let him do his thing.
And you're right there, and he can sound things off you, like I said, just, and it's great. And like I honestly, like you guys, both you guys, I love it because you're my friends also, but your kids, not to flake your egos, but your kids are blessed in a way. And I know it's important. You guys need to focus on it. It's not like magic. I know, but it's not like magic. You guys have worked at it also. But not every kid has that. Not every kid.
Like Reese, I mean, I believe in being really involved.
Exactly.
in kids' lives.
And it's extremely important, right? And not every kid has it these days. A lot of kids have a cell phone and a video game
Mhm.
and social media, and that's it. And their parents are happy.
And I was lucky to have parents that were interested.
Yeah. It's a
Yeah.
domino effect. Yeah, absolutely. It definitely, it's definitely an effect. And then there are people that, just naturally engage it, and that's a unique person. And I know life and, raising kids is hard. I've observed for so many years. I have my own, we all come from someplace. So
Well, I just think that environment for them.
it's great. It's
really
enriching.
a blessing because, like, I
You
want
get
to
the-
be able to do more social things.
Right.
You know?
Well, it's like a controlled environment to a degree, and it has what you need. Your friends,
What's a good mix? I mean,
Yeah.
Reese's kids and Diego, those other kids there.
and you still got public coming in and out of the area.
They talk about things that interest them, and they kind of have some overlap there. They're all kind of interested in the same thing.
Yeah, it's good. It's all good.
I haven't got my grouchy daughter to come out there. She looks forward to it all the time. Speaking of which, Tuesday.
Mhm.
How's she feeling?
I visited her today. She was still bedridden.
Jesus.
She looked pale.
So I noticed that at my place. I was like, she looked like her lips were all pale and
she was
everything.
really pale. She was out of it.
When at first I was worried, 'cause, like, then she started being a little smart and like talking back, and I was like, okay, she's not too horrible yet, right? Yeah.
She's a lot like her daddy.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she's pretty smart kid. She's still drawing a lot, or?
Oh yeah, she draws all the time. Good. I'm trying to get her to expand beyond
Her comfort zone.
her comfort zone is head and shoulders portraits.
Yeah.
Which is cool, and she's gotten good at it. But it's like I'm trying to get her to expand.
No.
Beyond it. Like, and she draws like full bodies pretty cool,
Yeah.
but they're usually like stationary. They're usually
Yeah.
all the actions head and shoulders, and then there's like.
Well, it makes sense with her style. Like her style is so fine and so on point. It's very accurate.
Precise.
Precise, yeah.
It's like,
So you get her to like just give her a pencil and say just sketch, like doing motion, like getting like model books or something, or even a superhero book, and put her in front of her and say all these superhero poses, the action ones, the ones that are all crazy and stuff. Have her do those, put it on a piece of paper in front of her and say, all right, I want you to do this in 2 minutes is all you get. You know what I mean? And just
like
pull a
a
picture
little
paper.
exercise.
Yeah, a little exercise. Or even race her at it.
she wants to. You guys would be pleased. She wants to do her own comic book.
Right.
And I told her, well, maybe this summer, maybe I can guide you through that.
Heck yeah, man.
She wants to do like a little manga.
There you go.
Emilio, I don't know if he's told you this or not, Reese. Emilio has the ambition to draw for Ideal Comics.
Yeah, you mentioned it.
And I told him, well, when school year is over on summer, maybe we can talk about getting you involved in a project. He's especially into the exposition.
Good. Or just sees you working on stuff all the time. We got stories with Expositioner that are coming up.
Well, he asked me questions about it. He asked me questions about the superhero.
Good.
It's fascinating. The more and more he learns, the more fascinated he is.
Good. Yeah.
Which is kind of funny because I felt the exact same way when you guys were telling me the story of X. There's just something about that character that really jumps out at me. So for those of you listening, are there anyone listening?
Nobody right now.
Nobody. Those of you that will listen.
Did we share this to Facebook at all?
Yeah. Oh, I don't think I shared it on Facebook. I think I just shared it on Twitter.
Well, it's not like Facebook is actually where Twitter is where we get more
For
of the
those
art
of you that
crowd.
maybe will listen in the future, it's like, oh, there's just something about the character about, a man that is kind of prohibited from openly doing what he's best at and kind of has to do it under the table there,
That's attractive to you. Like it's funny that
There's obvious
he's-
parallels to my own life.
yeah, he's attractive to other people for different reasons. Like yeah, I can definitely sense the that stuff for you. I was just trying to. I don't know. I just like the street. He's this kind of guy that doesn't give up. He's got a lot of reasons to give up. And people do in life, but he doesn't. It's not like he's got something that he's striving for. He just doesn't.
Yeah.
We can always say you can rationalize, say, oh, he knows better or whatever the reasons are. Maybe we'll write him for different reasons or different ways at different times, but he doesn't, and that's all. That's all that you need sometimes. It's a choice. It's a choice every single time.
And I sense a real passion for seeking justice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A real passion for it. I mean, obviously you'd have to because he's not officially getting it.
Yeah. And a lot of characters, like there's in the femme fatale story we have going through. He's strong enough of character type of guy that he's not going to be taken advantage of exactly. And he's not your cocky Han Solo guy, but he's got enough character to see him through those situations.
Those those paintings that you had, those paintings up at World of Art and Music. Are you selling those? Like there's one of the X and there's one of the Golden Rapids.
Yeah. Yeah. Technically, that was. I think. Yeah.
Oh really? What are those going for?
$900.
$900 for real?
No. I was like, that's why. Why?
Oh
No,
no, because I'm looking for a birthday present for Emilio, and he's become a fan of the exposition.
Wow. If you think he'd like that.
Or maybe for like or just to get it just for
Yeah.
whatever, like later down the road.
Yeah. No. I had never really. I didn't. That one is gloss, right?
I think so.
I think so.
Yeah. And it's framed.
Well, think about it. Let me know.
Well, name a price you think it's fair, and I'll say yay or nay, I suppose.
Oh, I was just.
I mean,
curious.
it's just
I
a
was just curious if
print.
you have a set price. Set price for that.
I don't, because I put it up there, and everyone else had the prices for theirs, and I was like, well, because like Anita wanted me to put some over there, and I know that Cappuccino Company were having us put some there too, so I was like, okay. And I didn't have a price set at all. But the funny thing is, like that's actually one of my. I like that. That's one of my actual favorite ones. And when people are actually interested in that, yeah, the colors kind of turned out really nice, and it's one of those ones I could go back to and work on more, but I kind of like it.
It turned out nice.
Yeah.
You know what we ought to do when this is all said and done, like just make for each of us, like maybe print out like a huge print of like a page.
What's that?
Like make like a huge like poster / print out of like a page from the comic. I'm getting a mini poster collection going on in my
Oh yeah.
my drawing studio. All right, fellas. Well, they have better call it.
Yeah, I would say it's 11
Yeah.
o'clock.
I gotta
As
be
soon
up.
as I get this note typed in, I'm out of here too.
I gotta be up at 5.
Shoot, man, what are you doing keeping us here so late?
Got behind.
What is I don't know, what is does 25 sound fair if he wants it?
What's that?
25?
That's it.
Yeah. I mean, I figured it's his birthday and it's a
Or
print.
you want it on display there for a while.
If you want to buy it. It's always good to say a very sold us to me.
There you go. All right, let me talk about. Let me see what I gotta see what Mel's planning on getting him for his birthday
Yeah.
too. Because sometimes we do go together when you want something
Mhm.
bigger.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I figure out what if you want to get. Oh, sorry. Oh. Plus, I mean, with friends. And,
But that is a good price. So I'll let you know.
okay.
Well, fellas, Reese, I'm going to do my utmost to get that to you tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm
That's
so
fine.
sorry I've been late.
Hey, it's fine.
It's been horrible.
All right, man. Well, have a good
Trying
night.
to get my act together.
Oh, you too, guys. Am I not sharing my?
I don't think so.
What the heck happened?
I don't know.
Huh. Well, sorry, folks. You had to look at my face for a while longer than I thought. All right, man.
Riveting
Have a good night.
conversation.
Drive safe,
Bye,
bud.
man.
Okay.
I am nearly finished.
You're fine. You're fine. Well, if you guys make it through, we've been on here for how long? Is there a timer
About
here
an
anywhere?
hour.
An hour? I think so. Yeah.
Something
Yeah,
like
about an
that.
hour and 10 or so.
Something like that.
Thank you for checking out our stuff. Check out more of our stuff. We have some great art and comics and stories coming out. More so soon. We'll be sharing them on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook,
Yep, all
all the
stops.
grams, all the books, all the.
We probably even put some stuff on our actual company website.
On the company website, because we actually have one of those.
Yeah, I do comics.net. I
I do comics.
haven't updated it in months because I'm dyslexic.
This is what I deal with, people.
Yeah, well, you know.
Private. Anyway, so I'm gonna sign off. Are you gonna sign off? Get your ugly mug
we'll
off
go
there.
and do that.
Thank
We'll
God.
go ahead and say so long, folks. And,
Love you.
keep reading comics.